about your conversations with President Zelensky? Did you talk about...
We had a very good conversation this morning and yesterday. And he basically would like to, as you know, we are not sending any weapons. We're sending them to NATO, and NATO is paying, which is a big difference between Biden and Trump. Because Biden gave him $350 billion, and we didn't. We gave them nothing, but we gave them respect and some other things, frankly. So we talked about weapons, and the weapons are sent to NATO, and NATO then sends us a check. They pay for info, and they would need more weapons, and we're looking into doing that. We hope we're going to be able to provide them. You know, our country needs weapons too. We can't give so many weapons that we don't have weapons. You never know what's going to happen. Who knows what's going to happen? But NATO pays us 100% for the weapons, and then they send them into Ukraine. And we talked about the weapons they need, what kind of weapons. They need Patriots very badly. They'd like to have Tomahawks. That's a step up. They'd like to have Tomahawks. We talked about that. And so we'll see. Well, I don't know. I might have to speak to Russia, to be honest with you, about Tomahawks. Do they want to have Tomahawks going in their direction? I don't think so. I think I might speak to Russia about that, in all fairness. I told that to President Zelensky, because Tomahawks are a new step of aggression. Right? You understand that very well.
Are you saying that you will speak to Putin first about Tomahawks?
I might talk to him. I might say, look, if this war's not going to get settled, I'm going to send them Tomahawks. I may say that. The Tomahawk is an incredible weapon, very offensive weapon. And honestly, Russia does not need that. They don't need that. Yeah, I might tell them that if the war is not settled, that we may very well do it. We may not, but we may do it. I think it's appropriate to bring up. Yeah, I want to see the war settled.
I just spoke with President Trump, and this is the second time. These days we are working in detail with America to strengthen us, our air defense. Our defense capabilities are primarily Patriots. We are also working on other systems, long-range systems. We see and hear that Russia is afraid that the Americans could give us Tomahawks. This is a signal that this kind of pressure can work for peace. We have agreed with President Trump that our teams, our military, will do everything we have discussed, including gas energy. Thank you. We look forward to the result. Today I also spoke with French President Macron. Another key aside from air defense is our resilience. We are also coordinating our diplomatic activities in the coming weeks. We have agreed that our military will convey the most urgent needs to France, and we are speeding up the supply. We discussed the situation at the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. We can, as we have already done, repair the power supply lines of the plant dozens of times and guarantee the safety of the plant. It is Ukrainian control. It is our Ukrainian specialists who are 100% guarantee of security. Russia has no interest in returning security. They need to be pushed. This requires a clearer, more honest position of the IAEA. Russia can and must stop shelling so that repair crews can work. The longest blackout at Zaporizhzhia NPP is underway, and the plant has been running on diesel generators for almost 3 weeks. It shouldn't be this way. Russia is seizing the moment. While the focus of international diplomacy is on the Middle East, Putin has escalated the situation at ZNPP. Now Ukrainian units are continuing to counterattack in the areas of Dobropilya and in other areas, including in the Zaporizhzhia sector, near Oriki. Our troops are advancing there by more than 3 kilometers today.
There are indeed a lot of statements that still need to be dealt with. We are carefully recording them all. The subject of Tomahawks is of the utmost concern to us, and President Putin has already spoken about it. This Tomahawk is special because it can be either non-nuclear or nuclear. Although it has a high range and is a serious weapon, it cannot change the situation on the front lines. However, this is a very dramatic moment, given that tensions are being fueled from all sides. The Russian side keeps saying that they are ready for a peaceful settlement. We also constantly hear Trump talking about the need to get to the negotiating table. From this, we conclude that he does have the political will after all. However, the Europeans and the Kiev regime are showing no willingness to address this situation.
You said that the Tomahawk can be both nuclear and non-nuclear capable. I understand that there is an extreme danger if this weapon suddenly does fall into the hands of the Kiev regime, and that at the moment of launching this missile, Russia may suspect that it could be a nuclear missile flying in our direction at all.
Well, do you remember the reports from our special services a year and a half or two ago about the possibility of Ukrainians making a Aide bomb? Imagine a long-range missile taking off and flying. We know it could be nuclear capable. What does the Russian Federation think? How should we act? Military experts should understand this.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.